don't know where to you. Oh yes, I tried it one day. To you, it gets personal now. If you have I would be is there anybody else in here grateful that you don't mind lifting up your holy hands to tell the Lord thank you because you're so grateful? Anybody else in here know God has made a good day out of the day? I'm grateful. So grateful, I'm grateful, Master, to you. I far, and grace will lead me on. I'm grateful.
Yes, I am.
So grateful. I'm grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I'm grateful. So grateful. I'm grateful, man. Somebody ought to go ahead and tell the Lord thank you. What a mighty God we serve. In the book of 1 Timothy.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1. Thank you.
Oh, yes. I'm grateful. Thank you, Lord.
I'm grateful.
Grateful. Master. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
He's been good to us. He's opened doors for us. And the last time I checked, he still had us in the palm of his hand.
I'm grateful. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
In fact, he's gone all by himself. Verse 17. Let me try to say something. What a mighty God we serve. Yeah. Is there anybody feel like I do right now? I could just shout. He's good to me. Has he been good to you? He's opened doors. Verse 17, now unto the King eternal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Immortal, invisible, only wise God, has not born, be honor.
Yeah.
You do honor him, though.
Yes, sir.
And glory. Not just on Sundays. Not just when you're going through something. But he's do that forever and ever. And the church said, amen.
All right.
I want to talk about when we get there. And when we get there.
All right.
You be seated. But when we get there, sounds like heaven is clapping with us. God lends his thunder to us. Good to see you.
Thank you, Lord.
Good to see Brother Burton, who's been out a little while. See my friend has been having different surgeries and sickness. There's Brother Pancho. Good to see you. And just good to see the Mount Hebron family and visitors. Realizing that if it had not been for the Lord on our side, my interrogative, my question is, where would we be? We've already shouted.
Hey!
I
Thank
want to
you,
just
Lord.
talk to us just a little bit.
Thank you, Lord.
And I'm putting a timer on myself, so when I cut across the field, y'all grab my hand and run with me. Okay? Don't y'all let me run by myself. When I think about how good God
Oh,
has
yeah.
been,
Oh, yeah.
how he surrounds us with his goodness,
Oh, yeah.
with his mercy, and his grace. When I look at how God has brought us from different avenues of life and different walks of life, but when he blessed you, he didn't forget about me. When we look at how good God is right now,
Right now. Yeah.
some of us that
Thank you, Lord.
have been through the ringer, but we still living to tell about it. When we think about how good God has been, not only through our sick days, not only financially, but where he's brought us from spiritually, then we recognize that we didn't get there by ourselves. And I just believe that we are more than infidels if we don't stop to tell the Lord thank you.
All right.
Since we know he's been good to us, since we know when we were at our worst, God was at his best. So since we understand now that the best is yet to come,
All right.
my question is, when we get there,
Yeah.
how do we handle getting there? Since God has brought anybody in here other than me that you know it was nobody but God that did not bring us just a long way, but brought us every step of the way. I mean, when we almost gave up on our own self. Anybody other than me, you thought about throwing in the towel, but God just kept on blessing you, and now you look back over your life and see what God has brought you from, and the only thing we can say is thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
And it seemed as if we were drifting off
Oh, yeah.
when we're doing things the way we wanted to, and we recognize that we don't run us, but God owns us. And God brought us through every step we took. And then we look back and see that used to be. And we thank God where we are right now. And I think we say it best this way: I thank God I'm not what I used to be, even though I'm not where I should be. Can I go ahead and drop this in for free? I just thank God for living.
Thank you.
That maybe I don't have what I used to have. Maybe I'm not as young as I used to be, but I still thank God that I'm still living. And let me go ahead and tell you something. It just seemed like I didn't start getting sense until I got out of my 30s anyway. So I have to thank God for letting me live long enough that I'm able to see the blessings that He's given me. Somebody in here right now, you didn't thank Him this morning, but He blessed you. And because He blessed you, whether you thanked Him already or not, it's reason enough to praise Him yet again. Paul tells a young Timothy, don't think that you're the only one that have to go through something, because your neighbor might be going through something worse than you. But I come by to tell you, it's what I've gone through that's made me stronger for the journey. Is there anybody here ready for the journey, that no matter what comes your way, because of who you have on your side, you know the Lord will make a way somehow? I want to go ahead and point this real quickly to you. I didn't realize that the best was coming out. But God stretched some angels around to let me know that I'm better today than I was on last year. And on last year, I was better than I was the year before. And God says, as long as you keep climbing, I'm going to keep blessing you. And I want to tell somebody that you think you're in a rut right now. You think you're at a standstill. But sometimes God halts the exam to give you a pop quiz. And when you come through the pop quiz, He'll resume the exam. Let me go ahead and tell you, maybe you're going through something right now. God is just giving you more strength to get you prepared for your next journey. And let me go ahead and tell you something. When you're on the mountaintop, know that the valley is in between the mountains. And the only way you can experience and cherish your mountain is to know that God can take you through the valley. And Paul says, when I thought about how rugged and ratchet I was, I understand now that God had to take me through to get the best out of me. You ought to go ahead and look at somebody and say, He's still working on me. And when I get there, I'm going to thank Him. So watch this particular text. I thought about it when I looked at this text. God kept tugging at me, I said, Lord, I want to go to do something else. God kept bringing me right back to this verse. He started talking to me, and I started looking back at the word, and I said, well, what is God trying to tell me? First of all, I can't go talk to the people, God, until I understand what you're trying to tell me. And I really don't get it, because you've already told me about I've obtained mercy. You've already shown me that grace had fit into my schedule. So what can you tell me by looking at a doxology? A doxology normally means that we get ready to check out of a place. And God, I don't get how you want me to check out of something, but yet you want me to read it to your people. God says, well, the reason why you don't understand it is because it's not your word. And if I tell you to preach something, I need you to preach it. And if you preach it, Brother John Oliver, I'll give you the explanation even before you stand. But all I want you to do is go back to that verse and read the verse carefully. Can you look at that verse with me? I looked at that verse. And that verse says, now unto the king. Not a king, but the king. And the reason I know is the king is because the K has a capital. And since I serve a capital God, I know the king is my king. And when I look at the king, it lets me know by telling me which king it is, because there's only one king that's eternal.
All right.
I looked at that. I said, God, I get that. But this same king, he says, you still don't get what I'm trying to show. And I said, Master, I don't see it. He said, go back and read it again.
All right. All right.
But this time, take your own medicine.
Yeah.
Slow down
All
and
right.
read the text.
All right.
I went back to that word, and when I went back to that word, the first word I saw is now.
Now.
And I said, well, God, what are you trying to tell me now?
Now.
He says, well, what I'm trying to let you know is that if you read the previous paragraphs,
All right.
it showed how bad you really were. And can I go ahead and tell you, I don't care how good you are right now, there's some bad in you. And when we look back at our former lives before we came to Christ, a whole lot of us had some bad traits. And he says, now to you, now since you know, when you look back at the previous paragraphs, you'll see some sinful behaviors. I want you to understand the reason why I brought you to verse 12 is not so you can brag, but so that you can understand that I'm not doing it for your self-righteousness. But rather I'm doing it because if I save you, surely I can save anybody. And you ought to look at yourself right now and get you a mirror in your hand and say, God, if you save me, I know you can save anybody. I mean, let me go ahead and drop this in for free. I need some real bad actors in here. That back in the day, you just acted ugly for any reason. You said stuff, you did stuff, and you're not ashamed to raise your hand. You're not ashamed to stand up. You're not ashamed to clap. You're not ashamed to stop. You was a real bad actor.
All right.
But look at us now. You're looking at some good actors now. And God said you didn't get there by yourself. That I was with you every step of the way. And every time you tried to step back, I started pulling you up to the front. Every time you tried to go this way, I brought you the other way. And now you realize now that the Lord is on your side. He says to me, he says, now, what I want you to see, brother preacher, is that you're not the only one that have a shady past. But there's somebody else in the crowd that needs to know that they're not the only one that have a shady past. And here it is, watch this. He says, now, since you know what you used to be, if you can holler and act a fool in the streets, surely you ought to be able to holler and act up in the church house. Since I brought you out from that side, you ought to at least praise my name. Check this. I said, okay, I got that. Lord, I have it, but I'm stuck at now. He says, you're not listening. Because if you read verse 16, and you understood that I gave and granted you mercy. Because if I had not given you the mercy, you wouldn't be here. You think you just dodged that bullet. You think you just missed that accident. You think you just didn't get sick when you didn't have no health care. You think you just found that money in your pocket to pay your bill. You think you just found out that that person wasn't your friend. You think you're the only one that has somebody to talk about. You think you're the only one, but now. But not only mercy, but I allowed my son to give you grace. I granted mercy, but my son gave you grace. And even though you say it's God's grace, my son gave it to you. Watch the Trinity. I start seeing something here. I gave you mercy. My son gave you grace. And the reason why you feel the way you feel right now is because the Holy Spirit says so. I started getting real happy right there. Somebody ought to get happy with me. Let me go ahead and tell you again. I don't think you caught it yet. God gave us mercy. Does anybody agree that he gave you mercy? Jesus Christ gave us grace. And because of not what I see, but how I feel right now, the Holy Spirit is on the inside. Watch watch this. Watch this. I'm on the time. I can't finish this thing. Watch this. Paul says to Timothy, and he talks to us. Paul says this. He says, so the only thing I can do is give you a doxology. And the reason why I must stop right now and give a doxology because I'm about to shout all over this place. And I'm not going to be able to write another paragraph. I won't be able to read another word because when I think about how good God has been to me, when I think about how he set me free, and let me go ahead and tell you where the big now came in at. Now I can praise him for what he has done for me. I gotta try to get the camera. I gotta get the camera. Let me bust this wide open. He says to us, he says, the reason why I wanted you to read verse 17 because there are some people in the pulpit and the pew that think they got the promotion because they had an education. There are some folk right now that have been sick that think they are well because they took the medicine. And some folk that had a wreck on yesterday, some folk that not got a car wreck, any kind of wreck in your life, think that the only reason they made it through was because of good love. God says, I don't deal. You heard him too, didn't you? Let me know he's talking to you too. God says the reason why you didn't get in the crash, it wasn't nothing but luck, but rather it was a blessing. I'm out of here.
Oh, thank you.
When I tell you what the whole thing is about.
Thank you, Lord.
God said, I wanted you to read. Because I wanted you to understand that through it all, you ought to stop and tell time to tell me thank you. That when you were at your worst, he said, I was at my best. And I brought you from dangers, seen and unseen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And all I wanted you to know is I'm here to hear you say thank you. Verse 17 says, to Paul, after all you have done, I am the Lord. And I've changed you. But I want you not to get it twisted that when I gave my grace, and when my son gave you grace, now, yes sir, unto the King. I heard Sister Miller sing the other day, take me. You heard that song. To the King. But I gotta tell you, when I get there, I have to tell the King thank you. And the reason why I have to tell him thank you is because he's been so good. Is there anybody here that knows God is good? That you tried him and he made a way for you. And since God has been good, that you don't mind telling him thank you. Paul says, when I think about his goodness and all that he's done for me, my soul cries out, hallelujah to his name. But then Paul says, when I think about the many ways I can describe it, I have to tell him thank you early in the morning. Thank you in the midday hour. Thank you late in the night. But when I thank you, I want you to know that I understand how good you are. You are the King, King eternal, which informs me that when I trust in you and you trust me, to trust in you, that I understand that you're God all by yourself. And I come to know that since you are the King, King eternal, that you're also immortal, which means you're not subject to death. You are invisible, which says I cannot see you with the naked eye, but I feel you on the inside. And since I feel on the altar of my heart, I see your handiworks all over this place. Is there anybody here that you've been sick as can be, and the Lord heal your body? He said, then you see me. Is there anybody here that you've been down to your last dime, but God still took care of you? Then you see him. Is there anybody here that when you were down, stressed and depressed, nobody's there, but God came to you, put joy in your heart, chosen sorrow, turned to chosen joy, and put a peace on the inside? God said, that was me. I was right there. And then he said to the only wise God, I wish my grandmother was here. She told me God is so wise that he has more sense with his eyes closed, walking backwards than you do with your eyes wide open. Is there anybody here that knows that God is a good God? If the Lord has done anything for you, you ought to wave at me. If the Lord has brought you over, you ought to look at the hand and say, I know God is real. He's real. He's real. God is real. Do you feel him in your heart? I come out to tell you, he is the only wise God. He's so wise, he can do anything and never open his mouth. You think I'm kidding, don't you? Says in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I did some research and I never saw where God opened his mouth. But when it was all over, he said it's good. I come out and tell you, God is a wonder-working God. Is there anybody here that knows my God can work wonders? Anybody here knows that my God is a wonder-working God? He's the only wise God. I heard the 8 saints say, God is whatever you need him to be. If you need joy, God will be your joy. If you need peace, God will be your peace. Is there anybody here that knows God is a bridge over troubled water? Anybody here know that God is peace in a starving land? Anybody here know that he's good and he's good all the time, even when it don't seem like it? God said everything work together for the good of them who love the Lord. I got to tell you one more thing, how I know God is good, because one Friday on Calvary, he knew I couldn't do it by myself. Hard I tried, the friend I got away from the cross, but he sent his son. His son gave his life. I heard the sage said, he died, didn't he die? He died till the sun refused to shine. He died till it seemed like the moon dripped away in crimson blood. He died till the stars had an epileptic fit, came out of his silver socket, and his whole world reeled and rocked. He died, didn't he die? To Job's horse stopped pawing in the valley. He died to Daniel's stone seemed to be unbearable. He died till Ezekiel's wheel stopped turning. He died till the graves opened up and the dead had a march all around this world. He died. Didn't he die? Somebody here say, how do you know he died? I'm glad you asked. Matthew said he died. Mark said he died. Luke said he died. John said he died. He died, and they placed him in a borrowed tomb. But thanks be to God, he's so wise. That's why he died on this side. Jesus set the captives free. He died. Didn't he die? He was buried. But hear my point, y'all. I can shout by myself. Right early. I say right early. Right early. Right early. On the Thursday morning, Jesus got up with all power in his hand. Is there anybody here that knows he has power? Power to heal, power to forgive, power to receive, power to tell me that I am his own. Is there anybody here who loves my Jesus? If you love Jesus, look at your neighbor and say, I love him. I mean, really look at him. I love him because he's been so good to me. I love him because he brought the best out of me. I love him because he walks with me. I love him because he talks with me. I love him because he rocks me. I love him because he made heaven my home. I love him. Do you love him? I say, do you love him? Say yeah. Say yeah. Say yeah. Won't you, won't you, won't you, won't you put food on your table? Won't you, won't you, won't you, won't you put clothes on your back? Won't you, won't you, won't you, won't you heal your soul, make you whole, pick you up, turn you around, say yeah, yeah. Doors open. But when I get there, Brother Roscoe, I have to tell him thank you. Some of us, we are there now. That God took away those rascalities and he replaced it with love. I'm going to ask you something, and it's kind of hard because we are concerned about what other folk think about us. Is there anybody
thank you, Lord,
in here? The door is open. That you can admit now that you used to hate someone. And if you didn't hate them, you didn't like them. Let me tell you what we say. I like them, I just don't like their ways. If you don't like their ways long enough, after a while, you're not going to like them. But God changed all of that.
all right,
And them same folk you used to couldn't stand. You can't wait till Sunday so you can tell them that. Is there anybody that God have brought you from one pair of pants for school? One pair of pants or dress for church. And when they got old, you made them play clothes. But now you're late to church because God has blessed you with so many clothes. Is there anybody that just had a bad spirit where you blamed everybody else? But God changed your heart. And you love him. And you're so happy your heart has changed. Well, if I talk to you with that, you made it. But I have to tell you something. I'll have one more time to make it. And when I make that last one, heaven will be my home. But I love him. Is there anybody else in here that loves Jesus? Y'all come on. The door is open. Would you come? I love you. Come on. I love you. I love you, Lord, today. Because you care for me. Come on, help me with that. In such a special way. That's why I praise you. I lift you up. And I magnify your name. That's why my heart is filled with praise. Do that for me. Come on, help me. I love you. I love you. I love you, Lord, today. Because you care for me. You ought to go ahead and point at yourself. In such a special way. That's why I praise you. I lift you up. And I magnify your name. That's why my heart is filled with praise. That's why my heart is filled with praise. My mind, my heart, my soul belongs to you. You paid the price. You paid the price for me. Anybody in the choir know that? Way back on Calvary. That's why I praise you. I lift you up. And I That's why my heart is filled with praise. That's why my heart is filled with praise. That's why my heart, that's why my heart is filled with praise. That's why my heart is filled with praise.